Resident Evil Mercenaries was never a game people had to pay for. It was actually a free option that was unlockable when you beat Resident Evil 4 or 5. And it offered something rewarding after running through an already excellent campaign. Now this little unlockable game gave you a few Resident Evil characters that you could pick at your choice and run through a few stages where you just run and gun under a time limit. It was a fantastic addition, and it gave you a reason to be competitive about your score for each mission. It was not the traditional Resident Evil horror, but it was still a welcomed feature. And now Capcom has made it available for full retail price on the 3DS. But is it worth it? First, let's get past this whole deal on the save file. For those of you who don't know, this game has a feature where you can only have one save file that cannot be erased. Now this has caused a great many people to feel the need to boycott the game, but people need to realize that Capcom isn't doing this just to screw you guys over. Konami and Sega have already done this on the 3DS, and it seems to be a popular trend that people are following on the 3DS. And for a game that's not marketed at $60 and has an arcade feel to it anyways, it's not that big of a deal. Granted, it's not entirely good news, but it's no reason to boycott the game if you're a fan. The one thing you lose if you buy it used is the surprise of unlocking new missions and characters, but just fork over a few more extra bucks and buy it new. But now that I've got that pointed out, let's just move on. There's not much when it comes to the story. If so, then there would be an explanation to why Krauser is alive and kicking. The game basically takes previous zones from RE4 and 5 and makes them available here in one game with a much larger group of available characters. The game, however, does feature an in-depth tutorial to help you become familiar with the controls and the play of this series if it is your first, which was very helpful. The game features 8 characters which all have unlockable outfits, but this does not include Leon. What the hell, Capcom? Though the addition of Claire was something that made my heart very thrilled. The game has about 30 missions to choose from and offers a bit of customization to the characters. You can unlock 3 stats for each character which may give you better health or better accuracy with a certain gun. There are also character weapon loadouts that can be unlocked via 3DS coins, so you can go into a level with different weapons. The game does have achievements to unlock in online and local play which works super well, and if you want to beat every mission with a superior ranking, you'll be finding help online because damn can some of these be hard. Not to mention the game also includes a demo to the 2012 Resident Evil game, and it plays quite well. The mechanics work great. Once you get used to the 3DS controls, it works perfectly. One new addition to the game, though, is the ability to walk and shoot, which is a first for the Resident Evil series. As you move, you cannot move your gun around and shoot. You just shoot from the hip, but this does help in those tight situations that almost made you throw the controller in frustration in previous installments of Mercenaries. You can also choose to shoot from a first-person mode or the original third-person mode. The first-person mode is neat if you want to see down the sight of your gun in 3D. The bottom screen holds a map of the area that can be used as a world camera and has quick access buttons to your herbs and weapons, making it much easier to run through your inventory. To reload, you can just tap the gun, or to get a quick heal, you can quickly press an herb. This is a well-welcomed feature. Overall, nothing feels out of place, and it plays just as well as the console version, if not better, with the new customization and touchscreen features. The core concept of the game is to kill as many zombies as possible before the time limit is up. You can destroy timers to add time to the clock, or attack the enemies with melee attacks to increase the timer. Killing so many enemies in a row allows for a higher multiplier on your score. That there is as simple as it gets. The graphics are up to par with Resident Evil 4 modes, but seem a bit cleaned up. The character models have much better textures and offer a few more animations, which are up to par with the Resident Evil 5 models. One thing I have noticed was in the background, the AI will move almost in still frames and be very choppy until they approach you, and then it's nice solid motions. I'm not sure if this is due to too many NPCs on the screen or just the engine that they used. It's not a huge deal and you can quickly overlook it, but it can be frustrating with the bigger enemies when you are trying to shoot a specific spot from far away. The 3D effect is very easy to stare at without getting a headache. It has been the best I have seen so far, and I can honestly spend most of my time in the 3D mode unless I'm moving around in frustration. The sound is another. At times it sounds like you're playing through the speakers of a cell phone. It can be very muffled and just feel cheap, as if your speakers were blown. But this is only with the characters and the AI grunts and words, though the music comes through fine. I am a big Resident Evil fan, and with a game like this available, it is the perfect pick up and play game because most missions run around 5 minutes at the most, so it's perfect for a handheld title. Because I buy all my games new, I honestly don't care about the save issue, and for the price, you shouldn't either unless you could care less for the series or these minigames. I recommend this to anyone who is a fan of Resident Evil, though, and wants a good game that they can play on the go, online, and off. There is a lot to unlock and keep you busy, especially if you want to get rank SS on all missions, or you want to see who can get a better score with your friends. Aside from Zelda, this is my most played 3DS game, and I would definitely say you should pick up a copy of Resident Evil Mercenaries 3D.
Make sure to hit the subscribe button above this video on YouTube and stay up to date with Trevor Clark's latest videos.